Hello everyone, welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. So recently, I had the pleasure of replaying Life is Strange. Yes, you've heard that correctly. Don't readjust your television set, kiddos. I had a good time. So last time I played this was in 2015 when I did the YouTube playthrough, and then I saw a couple other playthroughs before I even did that. And I always had the view that this game is such an abomination, and it's so terrible, which is still true, but even with all of its bad characters, its writing, its plot, its dialogue, all of its non sequiturs, there's just something about it that I find really charming. So while that stuff has pretty much stayed the same, there are a couple of things that I do view a little differently. For example, I know I used to rag on the game, and The Walking Dead as well, for like the beginning of it saying like, oh, it's tailored to your choices, and I always projected that it was such a condescending thing, as if I never played a video game with choices before. But really, not everyone has done that, so that's not really fair. And to give this game the benefit, at least unlike The Walking Dead, if someone has the potential to die, that doesn't mean they automatically die just because you save them.
That sure didn't feel like a dream. Weird.
Seriously though, I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation. And any one of you could do that to me. Isn't that too easy? Too obvious? You don't have beauty without a beat. Which explains... I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. And Max has a gift.
A gift!
Of course,
good fucking joke! Real fucking good!
Look at this crap. How can I show this to Mr. Jefferson?
And speaking of choices, I also put a lot more thought into what it means for a choice to really matter, because, for example, the end of this game basically invalidates every other choice in the game that you had made previously. So, you know, if you wipe out the whole town, obviously it doesn't mean jack shit what you did in the world. However, you keep your Chloe, sorry, not Chloe. Chloe doesn't exist in the game. There is no character named Chloe. There's Chol and only Chol. I gotta remember that. Or, Chol dies, so all of your interactions with her are meaningless. So, does it even matter? I don't know. I don't really care. But it maybe because it's bittersweet. I don't know. So what does it mean for a choice to matter? How it makes you feel? I don't know. That sounds really gay, but that's an option. How it affects the gameplay? Well, you know, I like to choke on some Dragon Age dong, and I like to say, oh, the choices matter in there. But do they really? I mean, at the very end, there's the whole epilogue. It's like, that doesn't affect the game. That's just like flavor for your brain dogs. It's fun to ponder. Ooh, I wonder what this character's up to. So I guess, does it matter because it makes you think or something? I don't know. I guess it's just a very subjective and abstract thing, so I guess I shouldn't rag on it. I still think The Walking Dead is full of shit for killing off characters that you save no matter what, though. So there's that.
Empty. Good. Nobody can see my meltdown. Except for me. I feel like the universe is taunting me everywhere I go today.
It is the universe that makes fun of us all.
Why exactly would the universe make fun of us all?
Maybe it's insecure.
So anyway, this most recent run that I did, this was actually like, what is today? Today is August 11th. So I played Life is Strange, what, like maybe a few weeks ago? It was sometime last month. So I don't really remember all of the different things I did, but I vaguely remember being more thorough and getting a lot more conversations, because, you know, you got to utilize the rewind more and talk to more people. Whereas the first time I ran through it, I was just kind of like shooting the shit, making fun of the game, which is fine. I'll still make fun of the game. I'll be doing that in a minute anyway, because when I make fun of things, it makes me feel better about myself, because in doing so, maybe I can find something that I can't give myself. Anyway,
hope you checked the perimeter
so
as
I was
my
more
step-outs
thorough,
would
found
say.
more conversations,
Now,
I found
let's talk
more
business.
photos as well. So
Wrong.
it was,
You got
even
hella
though I was
cash.
making fun of the
That's my
game, having
family, not
a
me.
golly
Boo-hoo,
jolly
poor rich kid.
bolly
I know
wally
you've
old
been pumping
time the
drugs
other
and shit to
time,
kids around here.
it was really
bet your
great
respectable
to
family
like
would help me out
discover
if I
more
went to that.
content in the game, because
Man,
I
I
was just
can
kind of
see
like
the
blowing a
headlines
lot
now.
of that shit off
Leave
previous
them out
time.
of this bitch.
And I actually,
I can tell everybody
I
Nathan Prescott
do
is a
plan on
punk-ass
going through
bitch
again.
like a
I
little
want to
girl
try
and
some
talks to
things a little
himself.
different.
You don't know
Probably
who the
won't
fuck I
matter,
am
but you
or
know,
who
like I
you're
said,
messing
what does it
around
really
with.
matter if it matters or
What
not?
are you doing?
It's the
Come on,
journey,
put that thing
right?
down.
Unless you
Ever
fall
tell me
dead in
what
a
to do.
fucking
I'm so
ditch, then the
sick of
destination
people
sucks,
trying
doesn't
to
it?
control me.
You are going to get
Whew.
in hella more trouble
I'm alright.
for this than
I'm
drugs.
okay.
Nobody would
So anyway,
ever
let's
even
go over
miss your
some
punk ass, would
characters
they?
real quick.
got away
Man,
from
I'm
me,
running out of
Psycho.
time.
No.
Also, just to add real quick, I know this might be a little fucking tangent here. I always go on these stupid tangents. You know, it's like, oh, I'm talking about Star Trek, man. Look at this fancy lore. And then all of a sudden it like branches off and I'm talking about fucking unrelated, whatever. So, like right there, the time travel, like, no, the time travel rules are like, oh, you rewind, but you're still in the same spot. But then, of course, when you save Chol the first time, that's not how it works at all. You're like, so what? There are like 3 different rules for time travel in this game, right? Are there 3?
Max,
I'm trying to
retrace
remember.
every step.
Because they have the photo one, the regular one, and then the dramatic one,
washed my
where it
face.
wants to introduce the power to your
shredded my
character.
photo.
Which is kind of
Then
weird, but, you know,
butterfly
whatever. Okay, tangent done.
And I took a photo.
And so the final thing that I will talk about to close this video off is the characters. The characters in this game are just abysmal. Like I said at the very beginning, there's so much shit wrong with this game. I don't know how. I can't explain how I like it. But to summarize the characters in like a sort of like a second, like they're sort of like second-rate
Stop
Star
standing and
Trek
go.
characters where you really only know them for their label. And this is like really strange for this game. And I think because like, you know, if you, let's say you play in Dragon Age or whatever, you know, you'll find a lot of background characters that don't offer anything. Sure, that's fine. And, you know, you watch Harry Potter, it's like, you know, at least Ron and Seamus, you know, they weren't just the people that sucked at using spells, right? Well, in this, it's like they tried to take background characters that are good for a conversation or just like to fill up the map space. They took these shitty characters and like put them in
can't let
front
that go
sight,
behind the
and there are no other background. There are no background characters. Like they made the background characters the center stage characters, which is really a strange thing to do. So to make the Star Trek comparison, I mean, what do you have? You have the engineer, the boobs,
Cool.
the audience, the
What are you
bully,
doing?
the cunt,
Obscure.
the repressed and bullied
Now,
religious
can you
girl,
get
the
Taylor?
follower of the
Don't
cunt,
lie.
the drunken uncle who used to be a soldier and has a giant chip on his shoulder and he's also a cunt, President blackballs the cunt, damsel in distress, skater boy, the hipster. Well, there's more than one hipster. I mean, it's a fucking art school. And then you have what? You have Brooke, that's like Warren's side squeeze or some shit, although it's weird because Warren's like this super beta. You have the weird serial killer school shooter types. You have the gay one. And then you have like these, what do you? Okay, maybe there are kind of background. I don't remember what the fuck these people do. Are they more than their labels? Some of the, like, what is your label, Stella? I don't know what you do. I just know you flew a drone around for 2 minutes. And then, who the fuck is this guy? Do you even go to school here? I mean, life is weird.